2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Atlanta, where we'll see the Hawks going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks,
hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action. And David Aldridge is standing.
Hey, Kev. Well,
he is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Smitty, two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, but 20 years ago it probably would have played out a little bit differently.
Yeah, totally right. I can remember when you throw the ball, you isolate the bigs on the blocks, Kevin. You wait till they get double-teamed. They take up most of the shot clock, and then they kick it out to you at the last minute, and that's where you shot the three. Right now, as you know, we see the game right now where the lane is wide open and it's played at a faster pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks. Inside pairing is Dirk and Jordan. Matthews out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Prince in at the small forward spot.
Knowing the defense wants to play him physical, Curry prepares for that mentally and makes them pay.
Nowitzki finds Matthews. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Doncic. No good from outside. Fires the three, and it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 5.
So good with the ball in his hands. Curry's just as effective off the catch.
Now here's Matthews. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Bagley. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Pass to Nowitzki. Over Bagley and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And that ends the frustration. They've been ice cold to start this one.
Yeah, their first bucket of the night. You can hear the collective sigh of relief.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Barea kicks to Prince. Bounce pass Barea. Nowitzki outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Over in the corner, Matthews. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
They get it back. Count the basket.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Barea, and the rejection by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Barea, the pass to Nowitzki. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Look at the Hawks and their history. For the most part, a very successful franchise. They've made the playoffs more often than not.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Prince, and Smith subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Barea looking over the floor. Dallas, no good that time either. And with the Hawks prior to last season, the franchise had been in the playoffs a remarkable 10 consecutive seasons.
Hawks still looking for their first title since moving to Atlanta. Typically, they've avoided long playoff droughts. Hopefully, this rebuild goes smoothly and they can get back in the hunt.
Curry kicks to Wood. Hawks passing it around. Carter outside. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. That one goes. Count it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Inside. Atlanta with the rebound.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
Wood kicks to Curry. No good on the three. Mavericks trailed by 19. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Nowitzki. He's covered closely. And here's Barea outside. Here's Jordan, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Carter, the pass to Bagley. Outside for Curry. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Pass to Barnes. Back to Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Doncic. 7 points for Steph Curry. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Hawks lead by 19. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
On the court for the Mavericks. Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. J.J. Barea is out there with Dennis Smith. And it's Mejri in at the center position.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. And there's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number 1 for me.
No kidding. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
An interconference matchup. They face these guys twice a season. And last year, they took both games.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Mavericks.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim. And boy, are they taking advantage.
That free throw, no good. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. Mavericks trail by 21. Here is Barea. On the wing, Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Over Doncic. Barnes can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Redick kicks to Curry. From the arc. Mejri with the rebound. Dallas shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. A floater, and Barea with the lay-in.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
The Hawks leading by 19 points. Here's Curry. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Curry's got 11 points.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Dallas calls timeout. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
He's checked in for Carter. The Mavericks also with a sub. Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. Here's Smith. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Bulls, that's for sure. Matthews dishes to Smith. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff. Thanks. Now, here's Curry. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. It's taken away by Smith. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Smith. They get it back. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bagley, he's checked in for Plumlee. Money comes in for J.J. Redick. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Steph Curry. The free throw drops for Powell. So often when a player comes off injury, he's placed on a conservative minutes restriction. Usually it's the trainers, the doctors that will tell the coaches what they can and cannot do. Do you think there's more of that now than when you were playing?
Totally, Kevin. I look back and think about when I played, the injuries you have. Usually coaching staff, trainers, they ask, are you ready to go? I wouldn't say 100%, but are you ready to resume the amount of minutes you played? And you couldn't answer that. They pretty much kept you out. But I think nowadays, like you said, it's more of limiting your minutes, having these minute restrictions, getting you ready to play. Definitely more than when I played.
Medical staff has a very large voice in this, and it continues that way.
Yes.
6 to shoot. And stolen by Barnes. For the finish, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Pure hustle from Barnes in transition there. The way he runs the floor is a thing of beauty.
From the baseline. Doncic, no good. Mavericks trailed by 19. Barnes outside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Taking a look at some stats for DeAndre Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Second in rebounding, and he ranks second in the league in field goal percentage, able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
An average shooter from deep. It's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Here's Smith. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
From deep. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the bustling metropolis of Atlanta, Georgia. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
The Hawks leading by 22. We've got Carter. Bagley is out there with Doncic. And there's Money. And it's Curry in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Steph Curry, Steve, the #1 selling jersey in the league for the last 3 consecutive seasons. For all the attention, he seems remarkably unaffected.
Just the way he was raised. A great family. His father, Dale, played in the NBA, but made the kids work for things they wanted. It's not an act with Steph. It's just who he is.
Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Barea finds Matthews. Carter with the block. Now here's Doncic, guarded by Prince. Count that one. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
I mean, Steph's elite scoring ability plus his relentless approach equals greatness.
Barea against Curry. There's the pass to Jordan. Dallas moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And here's Barea outside. Good on the triple. Barea's got 6 points.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Good on the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Money.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Dallas calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Atlanta making a switch here. Redick is checked in. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Shoots a fader. That one wide left.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wood kicks to Redick. Passes it to Wood. And here's Carter over Jordan. And it's Carter missing. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Matthews. It's deflected. Here's Wood, guarded by Barea. Nowitzki with the steal. Outside Matthews. He kicks to Barea. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Jordan. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got 6.
Attacking in the painted area. I like this approach. It's where DeAndre's at his best.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We're always talking, Steve, about versatility. I guess the ultimate example would be guys who can go to either hand equally well.
Yeah, you have those guys. Kyrie Irving stands out for me. Mike Conley being able to finish with both hands. Then there's some bigs around the basket. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. John Wall is pretty good. He finishes a lot of times with dunks. So there's a lot of guys that understand that it's great to have that offhand and you can go to it.
Plumlee, he's checked in for the Hawks. Carter hits them both. And here's Barea. 6 points for him. Dishes to Jordan. To the middle. Here's Nowitzki. Hits it from about 6 feet away. 6 points for him.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
Curry passes to Wood. Plumlee with it. Kicks it to Carter. Here's Wood. 6 points for him. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Wood's got 5 points now this quarter. Barea against Curry. Pass to Jordan. Outside Matthews. He can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
It's hauled in by Wood.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it back.
And the basket by Curry.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Dallas calls timeout. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
Mavericks making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
Let's see the stat sheet here for him. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think he can play even better. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get into a rhythm with limited minutes, but he has got to find a way.
That's the thing. You don't get to pick your minutes. You have to make the most of what you get.
For Atlanta, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shoot.
The first free throw is good. Carter, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. The dish to Nowitzki. Back to Barea. Dallas moving it around. Here's Barnes. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Vince Carter on the wing. Defended by Nowitzki. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical, and you got to meet them early in defensive possession. These guys are going to wear down, but
Allen pouring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Dwight Powell, also Harrison Barnes out there, and it's Harris in at the point. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And Harris drops them both. Atlanta's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Lynn kicks to Jones. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
Shooting 1.
Off the inbound pass, and the dunk by Barnes.
Anytime Barnes gets that close to the basket, he's looking to throw it down.
Harris against Jones. Plumlee dishes to Lynn. Lays it up off the glass.
Even with the defense all over him, Lynn buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
Harris finds Barnes. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Powell, the pass to Kleba. Right wing. Barnes against Carter. Goes back up, and that one's good. Barnes.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Jones kicks to Plumlee. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Harrison Barnes. For Atlanta, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Lynn looking it over. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Kleba. He's guarded by Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jones against Harris. Jones finds Plumlee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Plumlee's got 4 points this quarter.
Taking a workman-like approach inside. That's the shot you want.
We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Finney-Smith. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. Jordan, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for Dwight Powell. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter. Jones against Harris. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight, tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steph Curry.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Plumlee with the steal. Jones against Harris. Outside, Jones. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.